An unpleasant part of the morning. Putting on the wet shoes. And wet socks in your case, or no?
Yes.
Yes, wet shoes and socks. I have wet shoes. But fortunately for me, I brought along one pair of waterproof socks, and they help a ton. Good morning on day 15. Last night we camped near the Raffalstugen cabin. This cabin is quite a bit bigger than some of the other ones we've stayed at, and different than some of the other cabins. It was like rented. You can rent the rooms. So there were actually people that had rented the rooms, but the main area seems to remain sort of like welcome and open to hikers. So we met some other hikers last night. We met some people who had just come up for the weekend to just stay in the cabin, and so it was kind of nice. Get to hang out with some other people, but also to get a warm, dry place to be, since yesterday was not terribly cold and wet, but not terribly warm and dry either. Today let me talk about yesterday first. We walked 24 miles yesterday, which was by far our longest day, and further than I certainly thought I would be going, just with how much my feet have been hurting, and my feet did hurt, but it's been getting a little better the longer I get into this trip. So yesterday was a really long day for us, and it was just a little too wet to like sit and take pleasurable breaks. And then today, that's put us in a position where we are about 14 miles from Ammarnäs. And first thing we're gonna do is climb a mountain, because that's what we do, and climb up for a while, and then kind of walk the top of that mountain down into town. So excited to get to that. Always excited for a town day. Here we go. Actually, first thing is walk over this bridge with this pretty impressive waterfall. Whoa!
It's big.
One thing I forgot to mention about that cabin, and really about many of the cabins that are intended for overnight stay, is that they all have a sauna. This is just sort of part of like the Scandinavian outdoor experience, or really, I think not even outdoor, because a lot of the hotels have them too. It's just part of the kind of the way they do things up here is to have a sauna. And some of the outdoor ones are quite nice, because like the one last night was set up quite close to the river, so if you get too hot, you know, go lay in the river for a bit. So it's kind of a neat addition to just like an outdoor experience to have a sauna. Some of the guys there last night did invite us down to join them in the sauna, but honestly we were just quite tired. But yeah, now we're thinking we probably should sauna at least once before we leave to make sure we get the experience.
You can see some of the colors changing here for fall, and you look out in the distance. We've climbed up from the river, and we've got a bit of climbing left to do, but a very pretty valley.
And we've once again broken through the trees. We'll be climbing on top of that ridge for a bit today. Always kind of fun when you just see antlers show up on the horizon in front of you. You can see the trail we've been splashing through. We're trying to rock hop through. Pretty muddy. I'm currently stranded. a pond in the trail. Well, we're at the top of our climb for this morning. I think our highest point of the day. And a big giant rock pile marks the way. You can see we're kind of in the clouds, but they're lifting a bit. And we'll continue on kind of up downing our way that way down to Ammarnäs.
I have full service right now.
Cool. Well, while there might have been a shorter way in and out of Ammarnäs on the north side, I can certainly see why the trail builders wanted to include this part of this hike as part of the Kungsleden. It's really just sort of a beautiful walk over the rolling hills on top of this mountain, and you're kind of looking off at both valleys on either side of you. For us, we're getting to see kind of the colors change, as the hillsides kind of turn a little bit red and yellow. So yeah, I don't regret at all the extra mileage to stick to the trail. I think it'll be a pleasant walk for us the rest of the way into town. Well, after lots of little rolling ups and downs, we are, I think, on our mostly last up, and we're going to make our final descent into the valley there to Ammarnäs. Almost there. So we are showered, clean, clothes halfway washed. Here in Ammarnäs. Ammarnäs is a super cute little place. You can see kind of the little lake behind us, and we're walking to the hotel where hopefully there's dinner. We ended up staying in sort of like the STF, the Wardhus is what it's called, and they don't have dinner, so we're in search of dinner right now. But general,
It's going to be good.
Yes, always excited for food, and definitely feels good to be clean and relax a little bit. So good experience so far in Ammarnäs. What do we say in Swedish? Oh, come on, it's skål.
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 Skål.